Now I know I've told y'all in the past, I'm a I have a thing for single malt, right? So today we are going to get into a single malt, of course, but this is just isn't some ordinary single malt. This is Virginia Distilling Company American Single Malt whiskey finished in cider casks. Let's see how it is. All right, guys. So Virginia Distilling just released a podcast with Amanda over there. Let's go. And we popped this open on the podcast. And I want to thank them very much for coming on and hanging out with me. I just washed my glass. So it has, yes, I washed my glass. So it has some water, leftover water in it. Let's get into this. Then we'll talk. I'm going to let it open up a little bit. Then we're going to talk about it and go from there. How about that? We are going to score this, but it was a gift. So you can, this is pretty widely available. So you should be able to find one. I actually saw one in a store recently. So you can get one. So this says cider cask finished, which is actually finished in Calvados, cider, and apple brandy barrels. Okay, so let's kind of break that down for a second. Calvados, what is that? Calvados is just a French apple brandy. It's made primarily in the Normandy region of France. Yes, I am reading from my notes. And still from a cider made from specifically grown apples, and sometimes even pears. Then it's aged in oak barrels for a minimum of 2 years, like most of them are. It is region specific. Okay, so understand that. They ferment it into a cider, and then they distill that. Often twice distilled in pot stills. And then there's XO or Napoleon, which is minimum of 6 years or longer. It has a complex flavor combined with fruity apple notes, spices, wood, nutty characters. Okay, so then we all know what cider is, right? There's hard ciders out there. There's apple cider, vinegar, all types of stuff. Now, obviously not vinegar, but you know what I mean. And then apple brandy in America is just called apple brandy. And apple brandy was actually one of the first distilled spirits in America, in case you didn't know that. And in the Black Forest of Indiana. Yeah, go check out my buddy Alan Bishop's podcast. He talks all about that sort of stuff. All right, so this is a American single malt. This is coming in at 93 proof. Let's get into it. The color, super light. Kind of looks like cider, doesn't it? I want to believe this is 3 or 4 years old. I don't remember exactly how old it is. Let me see if I can find. Okay, after reading, it helps to get this out to you a little easier. So it's minimum of 4-year-old whiskey in a used bourbon barrel, and then they finish it in the cider, Calvados, apple brandy. So then they blend all that back together. They didn't specify how long it was in there. I'm guessing it's going to be 6 to 9 months. So it's pushing a 5-year-old single malt, coming out of Virginia, obviously. On the nose on this is so nice. It's so light. It's refreshing. It's psychosomatic, right? Or just psycho. I don't know. It's psychosomatic. I'm smelling apple. I mean, I would see how you would smell apple, right? But I'm smelling like Granny Smith apple, like kind of tart apple. The proof isn't overwhelming. At 93, it's not super hot. Man, it has some nice vanilla, some caramel, but then it also has like some orange peel and things like that. It's really nice on the nose. Let's go in on the taste. It's so cohesive, so complex. It's like, okay, it tastes like a little like apple as well, which is really cool. But then you get that malty backbone coming through halfway through the palate. You get that malt kind of comes in there, and it's really nice. It's not overpowering. This is something on a summer day. Oh man, you could even put this on ice, on a big ice ball, and it'd be really nice. It would be really nice to just sip on. It's not overpowering. There's nothing there that's going to turn somebody away. I would think somebody who's getting into single malt, this is the perfect thing for them, because it has a lot of flavor, but it's not overpowering. It's not doing too much. It's just enough, right? It's doing just enough. And the cool thing about the finishing and all the stuff, it's a good talking point as well. And then on the long finish, or the finish, it kind of leaves you with a crispness, like maybe. Oh, it's almost maybe even a little minty, if I want to say. Okay, so let's go ahead and score this. And I do my scoring on 4 different things: is nose, taste, finish, and would I buy again? Or in this case, would I buy this? Little note, I already bought it. Yeah, not this one, another one. Just to have a backup. How about that? So let's get in on the nose, and I'll get some copyrighted music for you. Here we go. Apple pie on the nose. It's bready, like the malt is acting like the breadiness of the apple. There is a little bit of cinnamon almost on there, maybe some clove or something like that, just on the nose. It's really nice. It's really coming through, and it's really hitting right now. So I'm going to give that a 9. Yeah, I'm going to give it a 9. It's excellent. So now let's go on the taste, and this is when we see if it's holding up. It's been sitting out for a minute, so it's got a little time to breathe, and it wasn't the first pour out of the bottle, so it's had a little oxidation. It's been about a month or 6 weeks since I've done the podcast with them, so it's had time to oxidize in the bottle as well. That is a thing. Obviously, it takes a little longer than 6 weeks, but take that for what it is. All right, let's go on the taste. Man, that is so good. It's just an excellent whiskey. It's an excellent single malt. There's nothing I can say that's negative about it, other than, I want to take another sip, right? That's the only negative, and that's not even negative. So it is so good. It has like a little, it has a vanilla toffee, almost like a creme brulee type thing going on. With apple. I mean, it's apple cider, almost like those hard ciders. You ever had those? Not Angry Orchard, actual good one, right? Man, it's really nice. It's really nice. The proof point is right on. I'm gonna give it a 9.5. Yeah, it's really nice. I'm right now. Of course, taste is so subjective. Understand that. So tomorrow I could give it a 10, or tomorrow I could give it a 7. It just depends, right? All right. So let's go on to the finish. Unfortunately, I have to have one more sip because I talk too much. Light, it's refreshing, not reflecting, refreshing. It has like a floral note to it, where it's like kind of florally at the very end, not like potpourri, but it's like the taste of the smell of walking through some wildflowers or something. It's really nice. It's really delicate. I'll say that. It's really delicate. So I'm going to give that a 9. Yes, I am. It is absolutely fantastic. And I'm not just saying that because they gave me the bottle, okay? Because here's where the other part comes in. Would I buy again? Absolutely. I have bought it. I actually bought it before we did the podcast. That is true. I bought that because I hadn't seen Virginia around, and I picked it up. And so I've already been a little versed with this bottle. But they are winning awards left and right. They just won gold at the San Francisco Spirits Competition. So they're doing cool things. So would I buy again? Absolutely. I'm going to give it a 9. So total up here. That's a high score. That's a high score. I will say I love American Single Malt, as you guys well know. So, it's going to be no small feat that I'm going to rate it possibly a little bit higher. But, it is what it is. It's great whiskey from a great distillery, great people over there. And I cannot thank Virginia Distillery for hanging out with me, and Amanda especially. She's their head blender, liquid procurement or whatever, liquid development lady over there. She's doing some amazing things, and go check out the podcast. It's really a fun one. Anyway, I'm rambling at this point. I appreciate it so much. Thank you all for hanging out with me. If you want to follow, like, subscribe, go check out the podcast. Have a Patreon. I do all the things. If you want to support, if you don't want to support, that's fine. I'm still going to make the videos. Okay. So I'm not doing it for you. I'm doing it for me. But if you want to come along on this journey, let's go. So y'all be good. Drink water. Drink a lot of water. I didn't bring my water in here today, but drink water. And until next time, keep your spirits up.